Everybody, welcome back. Green Country Custom Baits. We are going to be doing another paint session today. We're going to be in the bait fish category here for a while. I've got a customer that sent me several kind of larger swim baits to do. So I'm going to be showing you some different techniques on how to do those in the scaling deal, putting some lifelike or some more realistic patterns on that, or at least I'm going to be attempting that. So if that's something you're interested in, come check it out. So today we're going to be doing the Threadfin. Okay, so we're going to start with Threadfin. We're going to do a little bit different here. So I've already got the base coat on. I went ahead and put the scale the mesh, I guess you'd say, which is going to be my scale pattern. I've already put that on, done that a little different. I usually use my hoop nets, but just wanted to show you some different techniques. I know there's several of these probably out there, but anyway, we're going to go with a black, which is a magenta black top with a white belly, and so that we can get a little bit of differences in our scale background, I'm going to go back over the top of this with white. Oh, that's not good. That's what happens with these bigger swim baits. You gotta, thank goodness I haven't done anything on the other side. This is going to give us a real good scale pattern that stands out. And you know, you can leave some of the black even show through. Sometimes if I'm doing this just by placing that scale on there, you can wipe it. There's some other techniques that we'll show you as we move through this. But okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back over that lower part with a pearl white. Just because I want those scales to stand out a little bit more on that what was already white background, which we could have done like a bone color and then the white over it. Just some different things that we can try on some of these other ones as we work through it. Bear with me, I'm cleaning my airbrush out. Instead of having 2 or 3 colors loaded up, I want to go ahead while I had white in that one, just kind of blast some of that out and go back with this. God, way too much pearl. But anyway, I'll show you what I'm talking about later with some of those techniques on some of these as we finish our okay. So we want to go around the face. On this one we got a little, I'm going to turn the pressure way down here, medium gray around the face and the eyes, a little bit on those cheeks and down the back. And we're going to do kind of a angle spray here for the top half of this bait. Just it'll make them scales stand out a little bit. And I want this to be kind of irregular, but so I'm going to come back with I'll use this big cone, and we're going to put some lines in there, and we're going to skip everything. A little bit of markings that'll break that up once I remove that scale mesh. Stand that up more. Go with a little magenta here, just to add some highlights. I'm gonna really thin that down with some illustration base. as I'm mixing it up here. Threadfin have got some highlights, and you can either just kind of do highlights, make a little stripe or band down it, but we want it to be pretty transparent, not wanting to stand out just huge across, you know, the whole bait on this one in particular. But we're going to do some magenta. We're also going to do some Molly. We're mixing up some blues here. Just going to lay in a few spots of some of these blues, and toward the top of this bait. To give it a little bit of highlights, and we're also going to come back with some of our iridescence and just a couple of spots here and there, you know. Or I say iridescence, this is a candy magenta. All right, now we need to do a heat set. I do this from a distance when I have mesh on. Just it's not a real solid heat set, but it'll get it there. Bring the camera down a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of see what we've got there. A few dark bands, some blues, some yellows, some medium gray. Now I'm going to come back with over the top, just fairly be erratic, but I'm going to add our magenta black just down the shoulders, from the back to the front. Don't know if we got all that on camera. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes, keep it in front of it. But I just angled sprayed some of the magenta black in a random period across the back. We're gonna remove our netting and expose our scaling that we've got. And we've got a couple other things that we're gonna do to this bait. And so some of the first things that you should still be able to see is, you got to look real close. Not sure if the camera's going to pick that up, but the black outline, the original black outline in some of these scales, and then obviously we had the white down here. So we want to come back with the white and really fill in the belly. That's something to do. Then we're going to come over the back with our black and fill in the top of that. We'll go ahead and do that right now. It's a cold day today here in Oklahoma. Not real cold, but we've been set. I think we were 76 yesterday, December, I don't know, 11th or 12th, and the weather's just been beautiful. Extremely warm, and today the wind's been blowing and back down in the 50s, 40s, but it feels colder than that with all the wind. But I don't know, I haven't looked at the temperature, just going by what the The guys tell us on the TV, need to get some painting done. Got some of these projects to get out and get to my customers. So, okay, so we're going to come around. I'm going to take some of these scaling out of the face here. Go back over it with some of that black. Fish don't really have a lot of scales in their face, but I'm trying to make that look very lifelike. So this is kind of our Threadfin pattern, and it's coming around real nice. We'll get rid of some of this magenta in this one airbrush. I've got 3 or 4 airbrushes with paint in them right now, and we're going to kind of go back with our white and our pearl white and kind of take some of that out of the belly of this bait. A little bit of the scaling and brighten that belly up a little more. And like I said, I think on the next one we'll do, I'll really give you guys a few other techniques to kind of look into on these bait fish to make them a little more realistic looking without having to do a lot of real, scaling and pattern spraying. Let's just try the pearl white here. Those pearls really make everything a little more, if you've got it like this side where those stripes are just, to me, a little dark, you can kind of go back over, you can kind of go back over that pearl color and it'll really tone it down for you if that's something that you're looking for in your pattern. Man, I must have got something in there. Yeah. Yeah, we've got something going on here. Anyway, like I said, it's been pretty cold. Comparable to what we've been in now. So, it's not really cold. Last year, of course that was in February, we had -11 here, and that's the coldest I've ever seen in my over 50-year experience. And so we don't want any of that coming back. But I do have a heater. If you hear that running in the background, I've got an electric heater that is throwing a little bit of warm air on my back just to keep things comfortable. And more importantly, it helps with this paint. Like this magenta black, it's extremely thick right now. I mean, really, really, really thick. Okay, so I want to get it a little bit of this transparent white and go back. Yeah, I think it covered. There was a little spot right here that there you have it, guys. Let's see. We need some eyes put in that, get the tail put in. Again, the customer didn't send the tail with me, or I'd have painted it as well. But that's what I call a Threadfin. Got a lot of the different shades and blues and a little bit of that iridescent shad, or your Threadfin always have that. It's a real shiny looking, magenta looking color to me. At least that's what I put in there. So anyway, tell me what you think. Yeah, I know you've seen the Threadfin pattern done before, just not with this particular technique with the mesh on the bait, black top, white base coat, and it'll be hard for you to pick up, but you can see the black lines in the top of that, and then you've got the whiter lines or scales at the bottom, and it just gives it a little bit different look. So anyway, hope you like the pattern. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Green Country Bait signing out.